The kids are about to get home from school. You're Tommy. And Tommy's helping me make lemonade. Every day when the kids get home from school, snacks look very different. Some days it's literally a sandwich. Sometimes it's a bag of chips. Sometimes I try and be cute. This is as cute as it gets. So like right now I'll cut up an apple. So I'll have apple, a little bit of brownie bites, and sandwiches. Jackson loves chips and guacamole. So Tommy's just helping me make some lemonade for them. And I have been laying down most of the day while they've been at school. Yep. So I got myself together, made them a little snack, and I am so excited to talk to you guys about girl names.
That's right. Today we are talking all about baby girl names, specifically girl names that we really like, but we are not naming baby girl.
And this little girl has had her name picked out from pretty much day one.
Just like Jackson.
Yeah, when we got married, we both knew that this was probably going to be her name. So for the last 10 years, we always thought, well, if we have a little girl, that'll be her name. So when we talk about these names of the girls that we love, but we won't be using, we like these names. But the girl name that we were going to use is on this list. We've changed the name.
So every name we have been thinking of for baby girl has been compared to this name that we've been thinking about for the last 10 years up until just recently.
I can't believe we changed it.
I can't either. Like,
Utterly shocked, to be honest.
we thought that was a baby's name for literally 10 years.
It's a little wild. So when my parents picked my name out, they were thinking of Jessica or Haley. And the nurse at the hospital was like, can I give you my input? And my mom was like, sure. She's like, don't do it. This is no jab towards any of you Jessica or Haley's. It was just really popular at the time, and she had seen a lot of them. And so she's like, maybe think of something different.
Which is funny because you think of a lot of the people that you know who are 30-somethings, there's a lot of Jessicas and a lot of Haleys. And I wonder where that comes from.
I think it was just the time. I think Jackson was really popular when we named him Jackson too.
It still is a very popular name.
And I knew it was, but I felt like it just felt really good.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like his name.
Especially when we saw him.
Yeah.
So, Ellie, why don't you give us a couple of your baby names that you love that we're not choosing?
Okay, I'm going to give you two of them. And this first one is from my mom's side of the family. Seems so graceful to me. It is Belle.
Oh.
Belle is just, wow, that's just like a pretty name. And I really like it. Mm-hmm. And the next one is Pearl. I think Pearl is dainty and pretty and feminine and strong. Like, I love Belle and Pearl.
Those names sound like they belong like in a family together. Like they sound very similar to each other despite having different spellings completely. But I always think of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So I was like,
I like it a lot. So what are two names that you like?
Well, fancy you say that. I have a list.
What?
Yes, I do.
You've been keeping a list?
I have. So, for a long time, I have also had a name that I've loved for years. And it was some form of Julie, Juliet, because I love the nickname Jules. And as much as I love that, we already have a Julie on Ellie's side of the family, and my brother Matt has a little girl named Jules. So I didn't want to take that from anyone, but that was a baby name that I really love.
If you felt like really strong,
they wouldn't stop me.
I was gonna say, I mean, obviously we would talk to them, but I also think it's very loving and it wouldn't like stop.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna share two other names that I really like. This one I'm not like strong about. It just, when I heard it, I was like, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna add that to the list. And it's Alice. I think that that's just a really pretty soft name. Do you have
Let me just delete that real quick.
Do you have
I have it on there.
I like Alice, but Leah is is a very, very beautiful name to me. So yeah, I have Leah on here as well.
And Leah, I believe, is a family name on your side. Is that correct?
Yep, it is my mom's aunt's name, and I have a cousin, Leah.
Which, if you remember from our pantry tour, we have some items in there from Ellie's aunt, or mom's aunt Leah.
Yep, and those were Leah's, but the whole time I thought they were this name, and I'll tell you next what it is. So what else do you have on your list?
Okay. When I was a kid, it's funny that this is coming up, but a lot of the girl names that I have written down are girls that I thought were really cool growing up. There was a girl named Madison that I thought was really cool, and I really like that name. There's no other reason other than, oh, that was a friend of mine, and I think her name is cool. And I really have liked that name ever since.
I like that name a lot.
Madison. Yeah.
You never told me that. Jared's a little sneaky over here.
I had to keep my list, so you'd be surprised too.
I'm really shocked. You're so cute.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, I do like the name Madison. Okay, so I'll say, I kind of have a lot, so I just do 2 at a time. I'll do 2 more before I reveal what her name was going to be. Ida is really pretty to me.
Ida is not pretty at all to me. I think of Idaho.
Ida, it's soft, it's fun. I don't know. And then this is Jared's grandma's name, and I thought it was so cute. Just Betty. It's definitely like an older name. I've heard it a little bit more recently, and I really like the name Betty.
Well, I think I have a lot more names than you do, so I think I'll go through some of them.
Okay.
What's interesting, though, is a lot of the names that you have written down, I have written down as well. And that is because we have talked about a lot of the names that we've liked, but we've kept lists independent of each other. So I'll go through a couple of them, and then you tell me what you think of them.
Yeah.
Because these are names that I specifically love.
Okay.
So I said Jules, I said Madison. I like the name Madeline.
I think I like Madison better, but yeah, Madeline's cute.
I like the name Lily.
Ah, that's a cute name.
Allison. I like that.
Okay.
Are these like big surprises?
It's a surprise. I think it's the cutest thing that you wrote a list down.
Yeah. Nora.
Okay.
Did you have that?
No.
I really love Nora Jones music, but Nora Jones is spelled with an H, and I think ours would be without an H if I did that. Leah, I have written down, which you already did. And Betty, I had written down. And one of the things that Ellie and I really like is we like those classic names. Hi, kids. How are you?
Hot dogs.
Lemonade stand. Hot dogs. What is this world coming to?
I can get some hot dogs.
Hey, kids, we got a question for you. Come here. 1, 2, 3. All right, Calvin.
Yeah.
What is a baby girl name that you really, really like, but we're not going to name the baby? What's a name that you've been thinking of for the baby?
It's the one Jackson wants.
And what's that?
I like Ashley.
Ashley. Okay.
Good name.
Any other names come to mind?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for your input.
Will you wash your hands and then you can have your snacks?
Oh, Calvin, will you close the door? And the last name that I have on my list is Jocelyn.
That shocks me.
Yeah, Jocelyn was a girl that I worked with, and she was just very cool, and I thought her name was really pretty.
Oh.
And that's how all of the names that I've had on my list is just like people that I've interacted with that have like left a good impression on me.
I love that.
And I don't know, it's like, do I think of names that I don't like because I had a negative experience with that person? I don't think so. But the people that I've had a really good experience with, I'm like, oh, I like that name. You know?
That's like really sweet. Like we've talked about names quite a bit together. That's why I have a list. But like, I think it's so sweet that I thought you would have told me all those other names that you like.
I think a lot of it has come up in the past, but we've kind of just like quickly wrote them off because we had a name that we loved so much more.
Oh, there are so many beautiful names. And every time I say it, I just compare it to what we have now. And I'm like, it's just that's her name.
So what is the name that we have been thinking of for the last 10 years that we love so much, but are not going to name our baby?
I can't even believe it.
I can't either.
Her name was going to be Lila Jean.
And I just think that is so beautiful. A first name, a middle name that just flows so well together, Lila Jean. And
So sweet.
it is, and it also has some family connection as well. My grandpa's name was Jean, and I love that we were able to incorporate that with her first name, Lila Jean, and have it flow so well.
And Lila was my mom's aunt. And I believe it was Leah. She had twins, or she had a baby, and she passed away right after she delivered. And so I always heard about Leah and Lila because they were sisters. And Lila would go help Leah with her kids. And I always thought that that salt and pepper shaker was Lila's. But it actually was Leah's forever. But anyway, I thought the name Lila, like the moment I had heard her name, the stories, I just was like, that is just a striking name to me. And Jared and I both fell in love with it.
Absolutely.
And
We did have one argument about it, though. One
It
argument
was
that we've been going on for years with.
now we don't have to have the argument.
How do you spell Lila? My spelling of Lila would be Lyla, and Ellie's was Lila.
Which is how her name was spelled.
With your aunt.
Yeah.
So I want to know from you guys, what is the correct spelling of Lila? All of the Lilas who are watching this video, let us know the best way to spell Lila. There's a lot of different ways to spell Jared, but there's only one correct way, and that's Jared. All of those double R's, all of those Geo, I don't know where you're coming from. Jared is how you spell Jared. And I am a firm believer in that.
You're funny. I can't believe that we just said that. It's just wild.
Yeah.
We still very much love that name. And you never know. You could deliver a baby and be like, yeah, we were actually wrong. So
I think
you
a
just
lot of
never
it-
know. But I really do we both feel very strongly about this new name that we have for her. And it clicked with both of us. And
It was really emotional when we said it out loud. It had such a strong connection for both of us. And that's what we have for her name right now. That's what we've been calling her in front of the kids and all of that. But ultimately, when we see the baby, that's when we're going to know for sure.
Yeah.
The more we've been saying it, the more strongly we feel about it too, and the more the kids like it as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the names from the list that we had written down, they're kind of old school names, and we really like that. A lot of our family members are doing the same thing. Julie has Lucy and Amelia, and I feel like those are
Claire.
and classic
Claire.
names that are coming back, and we really like that with the names. And so Lila, I felt, was like that, and the name that we have for our baby definitely follows that. But I will say this, the name we have picked out for our baby is a little unconventional, and that's all I'm gonna say about our baby's name.
those are the girl names that we love but will not be using. Thank you guys so much for all of your suggestions. You guys gave a lot of what these names are when I asked for some suggestions, and a few of you even guessed what her name is right now.
Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.